What's up, guys? Welcome to Sunday Sports Club Podcast, a podcast all about sports told by a woman, and that woman is me. I'm Allison Kuch, and today we are joined by none other than Brandon Graham.
What's up, y'all?
Love your hat. Love the fit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. This is my first time. Just seeing all these beautiful people is just like, man, I've just been enjoying my world tour right now of winning the Super Bowl and being a part of stuff like this and just trying to ride this high until the next bowl.
Yeah, you're coming off a huge high, winning a Super Bowl. I don't know what that feels like. One, I don't play football. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
But I don't play football, so I've never won a Super Bowl. What kind of celebration does that come with?
Well, it just comes with a bunch of parties for sure. That parade is everything. Just think of how you felt when you started this show and you got where you wanted to go. That's how that feel to get that accomplishment. So, and do it for the city.
I have to ask because me and my husband, we always kind of chop it up before I have a guest on, especially somebody that he knows personally. So I was asking him, give me the tea on Brandon, right? Give me the tea. And Isaac had really great things to say. He was like, yeah, Brandon's a really solid guy. He's the kind of guy that on a Saturday, he's out in the backyard, barbecuing with his family. He's just all around a great guy, great teammate. Also loves his cologne.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big cologne guy.
So are you switching up colognes for different, major life events? Are you wearing cologne to, your child's birth? Are you wearing cologne to the Super Bowl?
You know what? I'm a guy that want to leave my first impression and lasting impression. And so it's always, I go to my go-tos when I'm going to different things. And, I like to smell good because I like to smell it on me when I'm walking through. So, if I had to go with anything, my number one is Louis V Imagination.
Really?
If you ever smelled that thing is.
I'm surprised you have a number one. Does your number one ever change out?
It's hard to change that one because that's the one wifey would be like, okay, where you going with that one on?
That's okay, I'm taking my wife out on a date. I want to smell good.
That's the one.
So you wore it to the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, wore it to Super Bowl. That was my only cologne I brought on the trip because I was feeling good and you got to smell good too.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I'm all about a good outfit, smelling good, you feel clean.
Yep.
It kind of contributes to your confidence. And if you're going and playing in a Super Bowl, you have to be a little confident, no?
Oh, for sure. You got to make sure that you come in, do what you normally do, but you got to take it up a little notch because it is the Super Bowl. It's the last game. You got to leave it all out there.
Yeah. And you left it all out there because y'all won the Super Bowl. What is it like retiring from the NFL after playing for 15 years, winning the Super Bowl? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you know what? It's different. It's a different feeling because normally in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm getting ready for next year. Even when we won the Super Bowl, I knew my career wasn't over. So it's like, man, how can I get better? How can I get out that mindset of, all right, now we won the Super Bowl. How can we get remotivated? But now I'm just living off the high right now, and I'm just trying to ride it as long as it can before I come to reality where it's like, all right, it's officially over. I got a new schedule. Get used to that. Got my kids, so I'm enjoying that. And I'm really just enjoying all this type of stuff that I normally don't get to because I'm training and getting ready for the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Retiring is such a big thing because you've played football since you were how old?
I've been playing since I was 7.
So your entire life, basically, you've been
30 years because I'm 37.
Okay,
Yep.
So exactly. It's a huge part of your life. So after retiring, I've heard that you're not really ready to retire. Even though you've retired, but you're still in and around the facility.
Yeah.
You love football. You truly do love football.
I love being around the game. I love the togetherness that you got to build from the start to the finish because you got new guys that come in every year. Yeah. You always got guys that you got to have them believe in the dream that you're selling at with the Eagles. And so me being 15 years, that was my thing after after we won that first one. That was my thing every year to try to convince people, hey, y'all came to the right place and that we gonna work here, but we gonna win here too. And so I was happy to go out on top and enjoy this moment with the fans, and it's something that I ain't gonna never forget. And hopefully I find something to do with the team now because they're going back. Trust me. Yeah. Commanders fan, y'all about to get beat twice. And where he at?
What does training after retirement look like for you? My husband decided to go out and train for a marathon.
Oh, I love that.
Are you how ready are you to play right now?
Well, right now I'm still training a little bit I'm training to look good. That's my biggest thing. I'm trying to slim down a little bit while still holding on to the weight just in case.
Yeah.
But I hope they don't need me. But I'm still training pretty hard, just trying to, cause I'm still rehabbing. So it got me into it from tearing my tricep in the Super Bowl. But I'm just trying to make sure that now I want to look good so I can go out there and play with my son and my baby girl. And hopefully they don't call me. Hopefully it just be about calling me to come to the Super Bowl so that we can win this thing.
Yeah. You're like you want to be the personality hire, is what
That's
you're telling me.
I want to be the brand ambassador for the team. That's about it.
A brand ambassador for the Eagles.
Getting them hyped for before every game.
Honestly, I have no doubt about that because you have to have a very strong mentality to make the decision to come back after a week 12 injury.
Yeah.
That is so rare. What went into that decision? Like, I want to play in the Super Bowl.
Well, talking to other guys that's been through it, that's been through this injury, and they was like, man, around 2.5 months, I was feeling really good. I felt like I could have played, and that was like my timeline. And so I was like, you know what? I kept telling everybody, if we make the Super Bowl, man, I'm coming back. And I just kept talking it, speaking it, working every day. And man, God blessed me to do it. And even though I got hurt again, I wouldn't change it because I knew it was over. But I was hoping to come out clean. But if I didn't, it's okay because this was my last game anyway.
Yeah. Well, you were with the Eagles for 15 years, so I'm sure when your team that you've been with your entire career goes to the Super Bowl, you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines watching like what could have, what should have been.
Yep.
I'm sure that also goes into like the mentality of like, no, I need to get my ass out there.
And I wanted to, if that's gonna be my last game, I wanted to at least have that uniform on so I can have the pictures with my family. It was well worth it because we won, and my family enjoyed it. They really did. We got some great video, great pictures that I can live forever on. That I can talk to my kids and let them know what that meant to me during that time that they was there. So I wouldn't have changed it, and
No.
I'm still happy on how things played out.
No, I'm sure your family is super proud of you because, I mean, it takes a lot to come back after not only a Week 12 injury, but also a 15-year career. And as somebody who's been on the sidelines and been in the stadium watching your husband play, it's incredible to see that. And I mean, your kids are older, so they know, like, no, that's my dad. That's my dad. Yeah. They're up in the stadium probably picking fights. Like, no, that is my dad. That's my actual dad.
Baby boy, he is all about it. And I'm just happy that my kids at this age, 9 and 6, was able to. They're gonna remember these times. They just right there at the times where they're gonna remember certain things, especially baby girl. She talk about stuff that I'll be like, oh, I didn't think you remembered that, but the baby girl remember, and I'm just thankful for that because we had a good journey. Definitely, it was a great journey.
No, an incredible journey at that. 15 years with the Eagles. Did your perspective of the Eagles organization, the facility, the NFL in general, did it change over the course of your career?
Oh yeah, I've learned just so many different lessons in that time. I mean, the good and the bad. You can kind of see when it's kind of bad and you're like, man, what can we do to get out of this? Because sometimes you don't always have the guys that's believing in the dream. They want their own personal goals. Their personal goals is more than the team goals. Mm-hmm. And so these last 7 years that since I won, people, you become more credible as you continue to keep going. And for me, I just wanted to make sure I wanted to do something and stay consistent with who I can be every day. And so I just was being me, going out there, really showing them in practice, and then most of that stuff translates to the game. But since I was going to be the captain, people was watching me all the time, so I had to make sure I could do something that was consistent with what I do, and I was going out there and working hard every day. And I'm glad that Howie brought the guys in that believed in what I did, and other guys that was leaders of the team, and we went out there and showed it the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, even just hearing you speak, you gave a lot of your time and energy to the team. I feel like you truly have to be dedicated to the team if you actually want to win, you want to get better. So do you think there were any like super pivotal choices you made that contributed to you getting better and also being a captain for over 6 years?
Yeah, I think it's the sacrifice, the things that you have to get better with. Like for me, I had to make sure I keep my weight down. I eat right because I love to eat. I love great food.
I love to eat.
But I knew I had to sacrifice in order to be able to perform at a level I was trying to, be at. And those are the things that separate guys. Knowing what to do out there on the field when you got to know the plays and all the stuff. You got to be able to know what other guys are doing, just in case if you have to help some of the rookies out there. And I mean, it just took me to a next level of thinking, because now when you get a little older, I mean, you know your job, but I challenge myself to know others' jobs so I can help them, especially because once you know what you're doing, you kind of know what other guys were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're gonna do everything that they're supposed to do all the time, but you can talk to them in a language that they understand.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a group of guys on every NFL team that I would consider to be the leaders, who are the younger rookies are looking up to. They're asking questions. They're confused about something. Guys who are paying attention the entire football game, not doing your own job, clocking out, and then going back out and doing your own job. It's guys who are leaders. What kind of effect do you think a good guy, a good leader has on an NFL team?
Well, you know you got eyes on you, and so what you doing when nobody's looking, even when you think nobody's looking, what are you doing? Who are you? Right. And so I always challenge myself to be who I consistently can be in the moments where people not watching, or who you, like I say, who you don't think is watching, and man, do it. And I always fight that urge to want to skip reps sometimes, because you want to skip reps because you might be tired that day. But now I skip reps. Now the other young guy like, well, if he can't do it, then I ain't got to do it. You know what I mean? And it just becomes that. So I tried to make sure when I was in the building that I do exactly what I need to do, because I know that those young guys are looking for that excuse to get out of something. And so that's a hard thing to do, because it wasn't perfect, but for the most part, I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, so that I can always make sure that the eyes that's watching me have something good to look up to. So if those great leaders are the guys that's consistently trying to do what they're supposed to do, because they know that somebody is always watching.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of translates you as a dad, like when you're in the league for 15 years, some of these guys are coming in and you're like, I might be old enough to be your dad.
Oh, for real. For real.
I mean, Isaac spoke to it a lot throughout his career. And it's so interesting because you're like, yeah, like I'm having a kid. They're like, oh, I am a kid. Yeah. So it's interesting to see these leaders in the team. And it's so necessary, because you might not have the same connection from coaches to players.
Yeah.
And these players really do need older guys to look up to. So what would you define as a winning athlete, or somebody who is a winning person?
Well, somebody that's going to continue to try to come in and learn, because even me at this age, I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to get better on just not even football, just life, and other guys that's there where I'm going to be in my 40s one day, and how are they championing life right now on what they're doing. And I've tried to find people that's struggling, but they still got the mindset to work through and persevere through, even when things not going right, because those are the ones that get rewarded, I feel, because you're not worried about no one else. You're happy for others, because that's another thing. You got to be happy for others. And when guys come in, I'm looking at that, like, who are the guys that's selfless,
right,
you know, that's trying to come in and learn, that doesn't know everything but knows some things, but you know, they are there trying to get better and, you know, have fun in the journey instead of complaining in the journey. Because I feel like people that complain in the journey and still get to where they trying to go, it's kind of like, oh man, I didn't like your attitude.
Don't complain the whole way.
Yeah, don't complain the whole way.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the journey, because if you really believe that it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And maybe it might happen in a different way than you think. It might be even better than you think. But your attitude through is everything, and that's what people remember. And so I always watch that in a young guy. It's like, is your personal more than the team, or, you know, are you a little more selfless that I can work with and give me a little give and take? Because I want you to get your personal,
right,
but I need you to stay humble and stay ready, because I might need you to learn a little something from this guy that I feel can help you. But, you know, if you're not open to that, that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
Right. I definitely feel like there's a decision to make there. Like,
yes.
When you face adversity, you can make the decision to be positive, or you can make the decision to complain, go home, sulk, come back the next day. But it truly does translate off the field energy, translates to on the field energy.
Oh, yeah.
And you've described yourself as a wife guy on the team. And I kind of want to get into that, because what exactly is a wife guy?
Oh, a wife guy? I mean, you know what? I would just, when you said that, it made me think about Fletch, because every day, I know I just left my wife, but then we'll start FaceTiming, and, I want to see the kids. Sometimes I just want to see her again because it's just like, I mean, I got some little time. Hey, what's up, baby? I know I just seen you probably like 30 minutes ago, but just want to say
Being
what's up.
obsessed with your wife is a good thing.
No, it's a good thing, especially if it's the same, if it's both ways where, you can feel that love. And so sometimes it just get me out of a bad moment. And that's why people say, but everybody ain't happy for that either because they want to have that. But I mean, and I try to make sure I cherish that. So, I mean, if people say I'm a wife guy, that's really because I love her. And they see me every day talking to her, even after I done probably seen her, like I say, 30 minutes ago.
Damn, I hope every guy that's married is a wife guy, right? Like, I hope all these men are putting in that energy. And
I hope it's both ways. Both ways for sure.
Women too.
Yeah, because you know you gotta like what you gotta like. If you're gonna do it, let's go all the way with it and let's see what happens. But I can't have you bringing in old baggage from what you heard about that you need to take care of before you get with me. You know what I'm saying? And we can build together, but at least I need you to own what it is that you probably hold on to so that we can help each other.
Yeah, act as a team.
Yeah, it's a team. It's a team effort.
I love that. So you guys met when you were in high school, correct?
Right.
And then what translated from there?
And really, it was just us being friends, talking all the time, checking in. Then we went on a cold period where years we wasn't really talking. But then when we reconnected, it just kind of meshed well because she just had got out of a relationship. We was just being friends again and just keeping the conversation going. And then a couple years later, next thing you know, we together, get married in 2014, and now we 11 years strong.
Man, impressive. Congrats on 11 years because it is truly impressive. And your wife is impressive as well. I mean, she is, beautiful, but also she's educated.
Oh, trust me.
She's following her own dreams.
She is a psychotherapist, and so it's like, boy, I'll be
I
like,
wouldn't want to get in a fight with her.
Like, hey, is you reading me right now? Is you over here messing with my mind? No, but it'd be fun though. It's just cool because she's helped me be able to communicate and learn and articulate my feelings a little more and what I'm really dealing with. And I had to be open to that because at first it used to be, oh, I'm good and all this stuff. And I feel like that brought us closer because when you grow up, you don't realize how much, some of the stuff that you've learned from your family or your mom or dad. It was some great stuff, but it's some trauma in there too.
Yeah.
And you have to be open to knowing that you ain't perfect. And so when I was finally open to that, I felt better. I felt like, man, now I'm not nervous to go to. I got a safe space now, other than trying to think about it in my own mind.
For sure. Oh my God. No, and it goes into communication that, like, when raising a family, when it comes to the NFL, is no easy task, especially as a dad who wants to be involved, who wants to be at the football games, who wants to be dropping off at gymnastics classes. What do those conversations look like when you're growing your family in the NFL, but you got a job too? Got to be a leader at home, a leader on the team. How did you guys go into that?
It could be overwhelming at times because sometimes you might have to do a little more work at home than you want to do. But as long as you're intentional on those 15-minute moments where my son hey, can we go outside and play catch? All right. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm tired, but you know what? All I know is it's going to be 15 minutes and he's going to move on to the next thing, but he's going to be happy that I at least know that I can pick up everything and drop everything and go work with him. And so you got to be intentional in those moments, and you got to kind of know when you can get away a little bit because I'm not perfect with it. Sometimes son, I'm tired today. Give me a little minute. But and then
a lot of parents can relate to that that aren't in the NFL.
And so you just can't let that be your norm of, nah, not right now, man, I'm tired. It's like you got to really suck it up. I work when I'm at work, and sometimes I have to work a little extra at home, but I try to make it intentional where I'm eating at the table with my kids every night, and on top of that, taking baby girl to gymnastics because that's a lifestyle within itself. But then making time for baby boy because you picking up and dropping off, you become the Uber driver.
Yeah.
But as I'm in there, I'm having those conversations.
That we should put Uber on that hat instead of the Eagles logo.
I know. Lyft, Uber, whatever one, you all of them. But I just try to make sure that I'm intentional on the time I spend. It's about the quality of time instead of the quantity of time.
Right. But I feel like you putting in that extra work throughout your football career now helps you in this transition to not being in the NFL and being in a different position. And it's not like you're going from zero. You know your kids' schedules.
Oh, yeah.
You know where they have to be, when they have to be there. And I'm sure that helps out a ton.
It do because you see some guys, they make excuses on not, because you can use football to say, oh, I'm busy, or I got this going on. You can easily tell people, and they gotta believe because you are playing still.
Yeah.
But I always tried to make sure, my wife was intentional on that too, on making sure I know who I am as a dad and as a family man, and who I am in our household. And so you really do got to put that work in, and it's not easy at times, but like it's easy when everything going good, but who are you when the season not going good, and now your kids is like you going through a loss, and they over here, daddy, and they don't care about no win or loss.
So, Daddy, I don't care that you lost your game. I want to go outside and play football.
I need you to be you, so that we can go play. And you said you was gonna take us here, but now you ain't gonna take us here because now you mad. So I tried to make sure I fight against the easy wrong thing to do than the hard right thing, and that's sucking it up and spending that time. So I always tried to make sure I was intentional, because I want to continue to know who I am in my marriage, and my who I am to my kids.
For sure. And that goes into my next question. How is your wife when it comes to football? Was she like a tough love kind of girl? Was she like, okay, you lost, like shake it off, like let's go and do something? Or was she like, okay, I'm gonna comfort you? What kind of role did she play throughout your NFL career? She a little tough.
She a little hardcore, like you know, like when she'd give me my time. That's one thing she would do. But she like, what you gonna do about it? Like, you know, I mean, how y'all gonna? She'd start asking me questions about how is the team feeling? What you gonna do? What's the plan? Like, just wanna, cause she in it too, cause she hurt just like me, but she, just like me, she is quick to like try to fix it and try to make sure that I'm good. But I'm a guy that don't hold on to stuff too long, or try not to. And you know, we always about what's the plan for the next thing. And so that's how she tried to play it. And I think I rubbed off on her on that, because she used to just kind of be like, suck it up, like, you know, but
that
I think
was me. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, she got a little more patience for me now.
I'm pregnant. My feet hurt. Somebody needs to rub them.
Ain't nobody try, right? And that's another thing. Even when I'm on my lost days, she like, hey, I know you lost, but I need that foot rub tonight because my feet hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's when you gotta suck it up sometimes.
Yeah. Was she superstitious at all? Was she nervous during games?
It was certain stuff that I didn't do before games, and so she held me to that when I tried to be sneaky and do little things.
Yeah, she's like, wait, I see you. Like, what are you doing? Okay.
Like, you might be looking good one day, baby. Come here.
Yeah. Okay, so while you're playing in the NFL, it's kind of hard to do quality family time, but now you're going to have a lot more time for your family.
Yep.
What does quality family time look like for you and your family?
So waking up, putting the kids together, or washing their face, brushing their teeth, having them put their own stuff together, because, you know, I try to let them do their thing now that they're older, other than I just make sure I'm brushing their teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
But taking them to school, I got my time in between when they at school, 9 to 3, and me and wifey might go to lunch, do something fun, because she work from home, but she, like I said, a psychotherapist, and so she has clients during the day. I'll go work out. Sometimes I'll go, you know, just kind of meet up with people, go golfing, stuff like that.
Big golf fan?
Yeah,
you
big
like
golf fan. Just got my clubs, all that stuff. So I'm trying to talk my trash in golf now, other than you know.
I don't know. Trash talking on a golf course doesn't really translate that well, huh?
Oh, it do. When you hitting that good shot, and the guy you playing with ain't playing so good, and y'all got a nice little friendly bet. It's a great feeling.
Well, speaking of that, is there anything that you weren't able to do while playing in the NFL that now you're like dying to do? Like, are you trying to go skydiving?
Oh, I did that already. I did that back in 2010.
I hope the Eagles aren't
when
listening.
I first started. But you know, I didn't always do like stuff to risk my contract being voided. But that was one thing that I wanted to do. That was pretty cool. You got somebody on your back. You know, you jump as soon as they open that door. It's time to go. And man, it was crazy. I'm a thrill seeker, so what I want to do with my kids, I got a roller coaster or amusement park book, and so I got different ones I want to check off and go do with my kids. I've been to Cedar Point. That was one we grew up with in Michigan. It's in Ohio, but it wasn't far from us, so we used to do that every year. And I want to do that with my kids. I want to check off different theme parks that I can go to with them.
Oh, I love theme. Did you Cedar Point? Is that what you're talking
Cedar
about,
Point.
Ohio?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Sandusky.
you are a thrill seeker. So it sounds like you're trying to juggle a lot, right? Like, got to get your kids ready for school, but also you want them to like enjoy life and seek the thrill, but also you got sports and all of these things. How do you juggle everything as a parent, and what advice would you give to other parents who are kind of struggling to juggle things like that?
Well, just take it one day at a time because every day is an adventure. Sometimes you got plans to do certain things, and then the plans change. And how are you when plans change? Because some people don't like when things change, and they don't adjust well, and they have an attitude the rest of the day. But me, I'm all about, hey, life gonna always throw different curveballs at you, so you better get ready. And if you got a day that went your way, man, that's a great day. But every day it's not gonna be like that, and so you better be able to adjust.
Yeah.
And that's all it really is. What they say, pivot. You got to be able to pivot.
Yeah, you got to be able to pivot. You got to have plan A, B, C, D,
Yes.
E, F, Z, 1, 2, 3.
Because your kid's mood is gonna be a little different, and it might take your mood on what you had so much excitement for today. It's like, we going to an amusement park. What you crying about? What y'all fighting about? You know what I'm saying?
Don't make me turn this car around,
I
right?
know.
I will turn the car. No, actually,
Crying, right?
Isaac will turn the car
Right,
around.
right,
I'm going to
there.
the theme park. I want to enjoy my time.
I want to enjoy my time.
Exactly.
So, but it's just, you got to be able to pivot when things don't go your kids' way, and you got to be there to comfort them real quick, get them reel back in, like, hey, come on. And you got to be, it just takes time, but it's one day at a time.
Yeah.
It's not something that you could think of futuristic, because 9 times out of 10, what we think about in our mind don't really be our reality.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you got to make sure that you, not worried about stuff that you can't control. I'm going to control what I can do right now, and I'm going to console my baby until she get right. All right, baby girl. Like we hear now, like, if you're going to cry all day, then we can go. I promise you. So let me see a smile before you go out there, baby. Let me see it.
She's like crying and smiling. She's like,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that works for me, and you just know your kids are different. My son is way different than my daughter, and my daughter is me, outgoing, just outspoken, all that stuff. But it's more like, hey, baby girl, I got to come at her a different way than I do him. So,
yeah, for sure.
You got to know that.
No, I respect that. How did your kids feel about you retiring? Because they were very much a part of your entire NFL career.
Yep.
I mean, were they like sad? Were they excited? More time with dad?
They were more sad because baby girl, baby boy, he thought that it was over for us coming to games. I'm like, no, man, we can now go.
He's like, I'm gonna miss the NFL. You're like,
we
no,
can
we can still
now
go back.
Still be on the field. We can still walk and, do that before pregame, but now you just don't see daddy out there playing.
Yeah.
And so now I'm gonna be there in the seat with you, and we can cheer together, because I'm gonna always be with the Eagles, and they always gonna have that. And it's tough to kind of root for anybody else because I've been here for so long, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You had to spread it all around. Like, I'm thankful that I was there all 15 years.
Mm-hmm. What do you want your kids to remember most about football, Dad?
Well, I just want them to know that when they get older, like, man, I know how busy I am in my career, and man, for you to juggle all this, when they had their kids and one day be like, man, Dad, how you do this? It's like one day at a time.
Yeah.
Like, I had to deal with your attitude some days, and
one day at a time.
Had to take a deep breath, turn around, get myself together, and then go back to work. And so that's what I'm gonna say with them. I can't wait till that day that it kind of comes back around, because my son is me when I was younger, and he just nonstop. My family used to tell me that all the time, but I'm getting a good dose of that. And
what is it? A taste of your own medicine?
Oh yeah. And one day, stuff that you preach now.
Yeah.
One day I hope that they be like, man, I'm so happy that you did that for me. Because right now I'm getting a lot of pushback, especially from baby girl.
Yeah.
And she about to
we
be
be doing
10.
that. We be doing that. That's okay.
Uh-huh.
Your kids got to watch you win a lot. I
Yep.
mean, multiple Super Bowls, right? What lessons do you want them to learn about being a winner?
Well, I want them to know you can't be a winner without, like we say, Coach Sirianni say this, you can't be great without the greatness of others. So you have to make sure that the people that you're around, that you serving too, because you can win all day, and I want you to be a winner. But it's about how are you as a team person, because it ain't always about you, and you didn't always get to that winning stage by yourself. And so I want you to always remember to have that server's mindset, because I want to see other people get to their winning stage, and their winning level of whatever their win is in their mind. But while you still winning,
right.
Because I feel more as a winner when I can help someone else, and they can be happy for me just as much as I was happy for them. Because you gonna have them expectations for people to be happy for you in your moment, but if you can't do that for them, then
Nobody
like,
likes a
like
sore
what we say
loser.
is just like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you won, but I ain't like how you was acting. Like what we say when people complain about, oh man, I could have did that, or that person, oh, they shouldn't have won. It's like, no, they won because you don't know what went into that. So
Right.
I want them to be able to be good with serving others just as much as they are winners.
Yeah, I mean, it's an intentional decision to
Yep.
make those choices, right?
Yep.
So how are you making intentional choices beyond sports to change the game for you, your family, community?
Well, you know what? I'm always serving God, making sure that I'm doing that. That's number one, and then making sure that I'm intentional on my idle time that I have right now. Being able to, hey wife, let's go out to eat. Let's go do this. You know, making sure I'm using the time.
You a big
wisely.
date guy? You like dates?
I like doing that.
You said you liked food, so
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
like dates,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
They
for
have
sure.
food, your wife.
I mean,
you
it's-
like both. You have to enjoy it at some point.
And it ain't always got to be there. I can set it up at the house, surprise her with her favorite meal after her little.
Ooh, he's a romantic guy.
I mean,
okay.
I try a little bit. I ain't the best, but I'm open to asking other guys like, hey man, I like how you did that. Like, tell me what you thought about when you did that. You know,
Yeah.
and I might copy something that I seen, but for the most part, do it the way that I would do it because you know your wife, you know, and
Yeah.
so. I'm all about trying to surprise her because she always got she on a need to know basis. So I'm always in that.
Yeah, you're trying to surprise. I like
Yeah.
a good surprise, Isaac, if you're listening. I like a good
Oh
surprise.
yeah, it's cool because most of the time she's like, well, where we going? I'm like, look, I
don't
always try
gotta
to give
know.
her something to keep her mind going, or I try to give her something to keep her busy so that she ain't
Yeah.
got to worry about what we doing. It's like, look, we on our way. I got you. Just trust me.
Yeah.
And so that's what I try to do.
Lots more time for date nights now, especially in retirement. So
Yep.
that's the last thing that we can head into and talk about retirement.
Yep.
What has been the hardest adjustment in retirement?
So my first hardest part was moving out my locker for 15 years that I had. That was tough.
I know
And
the
so-
Eagle fans here are like, dang,
I
yeah,
know.
that hurts.
Oh, that one hurt me right there. That one hurt me. But so they, it's just one of those things where you just got to go through each step of it. Right now, it's the summertime. This when I usually ramp up to get ready for the training camp because you want to be in shape by the time you get there. And now it's like, man, I'm starting to get that feeling again. It's like,
Yeah.
dang.
So you're missing the cadence a little bit of
I'm
like
missing it.
the year clock
The
of what
rhythm.
the NFL is.
The rhythm
Yeah.
of what my off season usually is around this time. And so I'm making sure that right now I'm actually dealing with those emotions one day at a time.
Yeah.
And as we get closer, I'm gonna go see training camp. I'm gonna watch the guys. I'm not gonna cold turkey and just get away from it. I'm gonna make sure that I just do it the way I'm gonna do it and see what my new schedule gonna be.
For
'Cause
sure.
that's all it really is.
What do you think has been the easiest part about retirement? Eagles fans, you can close your ears for this one.
Well, not people not searching for me. Hey BG, where you at, man? You're late for this. Or you know what I'm saying?
Are
Like,
you on time?
I'm
You're
always
not
on
prompt.
time. I'm always early because sometimes I want to get a little nap in before the meeting start or something like that. Maybe we got 20, 30 minutes. I'm tired.
You're in those meeting rooms, just head
Woo!
down.
Hey, just wake me up when Vic start the meeting. And sometimes that's what I'm doing, especially in training camp.
Yeah.
Because those hot days, I mean, you got so much energy, and then they take all your energy, and then by the end of the day after practice, you got them meetings still when you drained after practice.
You're falling asleep at the dinner table.
Oh, yeah, it's
Baby
like-
girl is like, wake up, dad.
It's
Eat
like
your green
I'm
beans.
no good. I'm no good at that point.
What does success look like for you and when it comes to retirement?
So success for me is finding that same passion and that same. I feel like I'm in that speed right now with us just even talking. I got a couple things going on right now in the media space. The team want me to do something with them. I'm just loving the opportunity that's coming my way, but it's more about what I'm gonna be proud of getting up doing
Right.
every day. So I'm just taking it, like I say,
Yeah.
one day at a time and enjoying. Like right now, just finding my schedule. Once that schedule
Oh, yeah.
starts for me, then I think that'll be success for me.
For sure. No, I love that. And well, that's what I was going to ask next is what does winning look like for you now?
Yeah.
Like what would be your trophy in retirement?
So my trophy is
Like what's your
finding-
goal? What's your
my-
5-year plan? What's your 10-year? No, I'm kidding.
I know, right, for real. Well, really, 3 to 5 years, me and wifey just want to make sure that I explore different things. Don't just fill my whole schedule up with one big thing.
For
and
sure.
of course, the Eagles want to fill that up with everything. Come work for us, and you gonna be with us and be committed. But I want to be creative on my next moves. I want to be able to be flexible, and especially early on. Right now, this is my first. It's only been 3-4 months, and I'm like, man, retirement is great.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that if I do anything like in the media space, it's more flexible in that area.
For sure.
And so I'm trying to be able to be there for the kids while still having purpose and working every day, and being able to come to stuff like this, going to visit family, like stuff that you normally don't get to do, and being able to be flexible to do that. And so that's where I'm at. That's what a winning schedule will be for me, being able to be flexible.
Okay, and last question before we head into some rapid fire questions. What's next?
What's next for me? Shoot, I might be up here with a show with you or your husband.
Don't take my spot
you
now.
You never know. I ain't gonna take your spot now. Hey, like I told you, I'm trying to serve. Purple, though. I mean, I'm trying to serve and boost everybody up. So I think for me, just like that space, like doing something like that.
You have good energy. I think you would do well. Yeah.
We just
You're welcome on the podcast anytime.
We got to bring the energy when you come around for real.
All right, some rapid fire questions before we wrap it up. Vintage jerseys or modern?
Vintage.
Super Bowl win versus Patriots. Super Bowl win, Patriots or the Chiefs?
Oh, I'm going Patriots all day because strip sack all day. Yeah.
For recovery, ice bath or hot tub?
You know what? I'm gonna go ice bath because I know it is good for you, but it's tough though. I mean, every day that I was doing it, I mean, you got to get your mind right for that.
What's good for you doesn't always feel good.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely good for you, but it don't feel good for the first 5 minutes.
We have one, and I will not be stepping foot into that.
Yep.
Home games or away games?
You know what? I like traveling, so I'm gonna go away games, and I like beating Dallas in Dallas.
Ooh, I like that.
Yep.
Trash talking or silent killer? Are you talking shit when you're lining up?
I'm a talker.
But
boy, if I was a silent killer, that's even better. Like I like, let me think, Kawhi Leonard. I like how he just beat us a couple times in Philly that last shot, and that was the most excitement I ever seen him. But for the most part, he a silent killer. And if I could, that's just not my personality. But if I could, I'd be a silent killer.
If I could, I would. Right?
Yep.
Coaching your kids' teams or cheering from the sidelines?
I'm a cheer from a sideline type of guy because when I'm gonna coach them at home. I'm gonna let the coaches do what they do, and when they get older, we can work out together. Yeah,
okay, I like that.
Yep.
Retirement or coming out of retirement?
Woo! If you gonna move on, I'm gonna go ahead. If I come back, I'm gonna have to deal with it another year anyway. So I'd rather deal with it. So I'm gonna say retirement.
Love that for you. Well, thank you so much for coming on Sunday Sports Club Podcast.
Yep.
Be sure to tune in every Sunday. Thank you for coming on.